Oh, hey everybody, what's up? It's me, Daniel, also known as Dan the Dude, and I'll be continuing part 8. Speaking of which, I'll be finishing up my top 3 on season 2 and 3. So, yeah, and by the way, there might be a chance, some of the ideas you thought my favorites are might be a little different, so it's like compared to yours. But then again, we all have our own favorites, so it's like, yep. So this is gonna be this is my top 3 of season 2. Here I go. So number 3 had to be the mystery of It's because it's very funny. I mean, seriously, I thought it was very funny at the beginning, how Mr. and Mrs. Cake were all freaking out, how Big Mac and of course, a couple the main 6 are helping, and it's and seriously, not mention, Mr. Cake fainted. Seriously, man, come on, get up, you're embarrassing yourself. And not to mention though, there's even a mystery episode. Seriously, I did not saw that coming when I first saw it, when there was Fluttershy, Rainbow Dash, and even Rarity. Wow, Rarity, that wasn't really ladylike of you to even do such a thing. Not to mention, now we know your secret 100%. I wear fake eyelashes. Wow, no crap. Nah, just a little joke. But yeah, we kind of knew that already when we saw that season 1 finale. The best day ever. Yeah, we kind of saw that already. But it's good to know that you confess that you have false eyelashes. Anyway, though, I thought it was very funny, how Pinky was accusing on a lot of the bakers. Which I thought it was kind of a twist that they actually ate their opponent's sculpture, their design of their desserts, and yeah, they do look really good. Seriously, after that episode, I was actually kind of hungry after that. Wow. And not to mention, we even get to see a Sherlock Holmes and Watson reference. So it's yeah, that was pretty cool. And and at the end, I thought it was pretty. I kind of called that when they combine all the desserts. That was very funny, the look on Celestia, wow, she's that cake looks so delicious, and then, it was funny how Pinky devoured the entire cake, wow. Okay, now, number 2, okay, on season 2, number 2, have to be, Hurricane Fluttershy. Not to mention, I actually heard that hurricane thing, but with a different name. I think that was either from a book or a movie. I'm 100% sure I heard, there's a person and had the name Hurricane, somewhere in school. So, I kind of feel with the title Hurricane Fluttershy, it was actually kind of a reference to that. Which, I think that's pretty cool, actually. So, yeah. And not to mention, though, that on this one, it had a really great lesson. And, so, yeah, so the reason why this is on 2 is because, the story was really good, and we got to see Fluttershy actually, become a great flyer. Because, in her fillyhood days, she wasn't really the best flyer, actually. Actually, I don't even think she even took her flying exam test, so it's yeah. I'm guessing that's why she had to live in Ponyville, I guess, or I don't know. Still kind of curious about that, but other than that, it was pretty amazing. On the story, we all know, Rainbow Dash needs all the Pegasus, including her. Which, by the way, though, if you actually listen closely, I kind of think that she actually said, yay instead of game. Yeah, I know that sounds kind of immature of me to say, but I don't know. Should the subtitle say it? I'm just saying, it kind of does sound like it if you listen closely. That's why a lot of people make a lot of videos like that. Anyway, though, it was really great to see, Fluttershy. It was really sad that she was putting herself down, even though Rainbow was actually trying to, build her confidence. But I was really happy when she sucked it up later and help, all the ponies, get the water up all the way to Cloudsdale. And not to mention, we even get to see, Spitfire, and she even talked too. And that was pretty cool. Not to mention, we even got to see Derpy, later when they were, celebrating a bit. But my favorite part through all of it was when Rainbow Dash decided to share the credit with Fluttershy, because, you know, like, Rainbow Dash did kind of start this, so she's kind of like the leader, or captain, whatever you want to call her. I thought it was really nice that she, give, half of it to Fluttershy, and when every pony was like saying, like, Fluttershy, 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 I can really fly, like, I really thought that was really nice, and that looks really fun, her getting through up on the air. That looks really fun. And, and what Fluttershy said, now that was a great lesson right there. Like, if you try your best, and yeah, anything can be possible. I mean, seriously, like, that's a good, lesson for everybody. I mean, it's like, so some people might be shy or be different. I mean, a lot of people can surprise you. I mean, they could, like, have, like, some talents, or have something on the table for life, and it could really surprise you later. So yeah, that's a really good lesson, and I'm glad Fluttershy showed me that. Now, number 1, it's kind of obvious, but I'm gonna talk about it anyway. Luna Eclipse, my number 1 on season 2, had to be Luna Eclipse. And here's the reason why. Because I just freaking love Halloween specials. Not to mention, after the Discord episode, this had to be like the thing that 100% turned me into a brony. Because, you see, this is why. Because, as I said, I kind of liked season 1, but from seeing this, I started over and I just love the show. Anyway, though, like, plus my birthday is kind of close, like, to Halloween. So it's like, yeah, that is pretty fun. So every time I love watching Halloween special. And when I figured out that they did an amazing job. Like, through, like, the design of Nightmare Nights, like, the decoration, and every pony's wearing costume. We even see Colgate as a freaking dentist. So it's like, yeah, that's really cute. Kind of wondering, why is Spike dressed up as a dragon? Aren't you a dragon now? And not mentioned we get to see Sakura. She looks really good with long hair. I also like that, mohawk look too. But, I'm just saying she looks really good. And I like that little, story that Sakura told. And yeah, and the statue was pretty cool. Not to mention we get to see my favorite character, which who helped me see why the show was good, because really relatable. Because as I said, I relate to her the most because, well, as I said, I used to have the same problem like her. People used to see me like really intimidating, didn't really give me much of a chance, but I'm really glad at the end everything worked out. And it's like, it's really cool. Like, I loved her entrance. That was badass right there. And with the roll cancel out voice, that was freaking awesome. So it's like, yeah, and and through the whole episode, I just like a lot about it because, well, like, my favorite part had to be when Fluttershy was giving Luna a lesson, and she was all scared and basically spaceless, and it's like, wow. Wow. That was very funny. So I was kind of curious why she was kind of frightened, of Luna. I mean, like, she kind of knows the difference between Nightmare Moon and Luna, so what the heck? I mean, does she have a thing for her, or I don't know. I'm still thinking. But anyway, I just love this episode. Not to mention, I don't know why, I'm just into, like, Luna's liner. Haha, the fun has been doubled! I don't know why, that's like my favorite line now. And, and I feel like it has a great lesson, and plus, I thought it was hilarious, though, at the ending, was when Rainbow Dash tried to shock Twilight as Star Sword Bearded, and then, shocked back by Luna. Yeah, like a boss. And seriously, and I just love every bit of Nightmare Night, like, the special. And seriously, like, that is pretty cool that she get a lot of candy, so it's like, yeah, that's a really good, special. So, yeah. Okay, now, Season 3 Top 3. I think I have enough time for this, so here I go. Number 3 have to be Magical Duel. And I know what you're thinking. This episode was so good, it should have been like 1 or 2. Here's my reason why. Because I like the story when Trixie came back and got the Alicorn amulet and used it on revenge and caused a little, riot, sort of, and it's like, using her power, actually. And, yeah, and that was kind of cool and all, and I just thought it was pretty funny you know, through some of the parts. And I actually saw like 3 references actually, like when she like banished, you know, Twilight and summoned this big dome shield. It was, I kind of felt like it was a reference of The Simpsons. Just get a character yell, "Doe!"